What's up, everybody? It's Tom. I'm back with another video. So we're gonna do this video a little differently. I got some stuff set up here. I'm not ready to show yet, so this is gonna be a little different than a little different angle than how it was in the past. But I want to first start off by starting with a little bit of a rant. So I went to an estate sale yesterday, and they advertised a lot of video games, NES, Super Nintendo. They had 360. They had a couple of Saturn stuff. They also had some Zelda stuff. They showed some pictures, and it was a lot of high-end stuff. So I figured, let me get there. The sale starts at 10. Let me get there like super early. I got there for 8 o'clock. Now, it wasn't super early, but I felt like it was early enough that I'd get a good spot online, and I was able to be one of the first people in. Now, based on what I calculated, I was about the third person. So it was about 9:15, maybe 10 after 9. And I get up to the door and I sit there and I'm waiting and I'm waiting and I'm waiting. Now, I look and I was about third or fourth from the door. This guy comes up to me and says, "I'm handing out numbers for everybody, and this is your number." So I look at my number. Well, I'm number 16. So I'm like, bro, I'm like the third person here. He's like, "Well, no, these guys were here and they left and then they came back." Well, that's not my problem, first of all. So I'm like, all right, I'll get number 16. We wait until like 10 after 10 when the guy finally opens the door. And the first like 3 guys just run in and make a mad dash. They grab all the boxes with all the games, and they literally got everything in there. I then come to find out, while I'm in there, the guy handing out the numbers was a regular customer. He wasn't running the show. He wasn't working for the estate. He wasn't running the estate sale. He was just another customer. He just happened to get there. He made numbers for everybody on the list that was there. He handed them out. Now, I did know some of the people that got in before me, and I put a couple things together and I found out that those were his friends. So he gave his friends better numbers, and the people that he didn't know, he gave shit numbers. So I ended up getting a shit number. I waited there for 2 hours and I ended up getting nothing because there was nothing left. So I bitched and moaned to the guy that was running the sale, and he says, "What do you want me to do about it?" Well, you know what? Make a list. I feel like the people running the estate sale should make the list. But this guy, he was a customer, and he decided who came and went in the house first, which to me, total bullshit. I don't care if you're on the line, you get back to your car, and then you come back, you get off the line, not my problem anymore. You're standing at Best Buy, you're waiting for pay for an item. If you get off the line to grab something else and you get back on the line, guess what? Back in the line you go. Not my problem. Apparently the guy, has done this before, but I was livid, I was pissed, and it's not that I wanted to pick up everything. I saw maybe 5 or 6 things that I wanted. I even asked the guy, I'm like, "Yo, I just want these 2 games that you got. They're not even high-end games. They were like $10 or $12 games." He's just like, he told me to go fuck myself. So I was ready to break his shit, but in retrospect, I'm glad I didn't, because I did hit some major scores this weekend. But my rant is about, how the people running the estate sales should do a better job on keeping the customers in check and not letting the customers run the show. I mean, he was a snake, he was a scumbag, and he swindled everybody. When I left, apparently everybody complained because I was friends with somebody that came after me. So apparently everybody bitched about it. So I will be calling them and letting them know like that, how unhappy I am, and I'll be giving them a negative rating. But I don't normally do that, but because this guy was so scumbaggy, I feel like I have to do what's right. So with that, I left a sour taste in my mouth. I didn't go anywhere yesterday. I didn't get anything. I got a couple of things later in the day, but I mean, not anything that is good. But I picked up a lot of stuff today. And you know what? I feel like it kind of made up for the stuff that I didn't get yesterday. So, I have a lot to go through. So let's just get right into it. This was all picked up today. But we're gonna start off with some fun stuff. So I ended up picking up a Minions pop for my dad because he's totally obsessed with the Minions, and I got another one. Boom. So those were a few bucks. My bad. We ain't gonna edit that out. So, because basically I don't know how to edit. All right. So then I did pick up part of that lot. I did pick up for PS3, NHL 15, Batman Arkham Origins for PS3, Call of Duty Black Ops 3. I don't have a PS3, so these are going on the chop block. Also part of that lot, my dad likes to collect comics, so I did pick up a whole bunch. Iron Man, another Iron Man, another Iron Man, some more Iron Man, going through these fast, and Iron Man, and Fantastic Four. Oh, wait, and another Iron Man, and the Invaders, more Invaders. And then we have a couple of Daredevils, and an Unexpected. Now, these comics are between 35 cents to 75 cents, 25 cents there was one. So, it's kind of what I look for. Put them with the rest. So, there's that. Then part of that lot also, I was able to get World Cup Soccer 2006. World Tour Soccer 2006, which is sealed. I have it, so that's going to go on the chopping block. And then I was able to get an entire Wii package, which it had a Wii and all these games. So we'll go through them. And I think I only had one or two of these games or something. So that's why I went for it. I normally wouldn't pick up Wii lots like that, but because I didn't have a lot of the games, I kind of went for it. So we have Racerama, We Play, which is one that I have, Tiger Woods 07, DJ Hero, Paintball Championship, Super Swing Golf, Monster Jam, which I think I do have, NASCAR Kart Racing, one of my favorites. I just like to collect shitty NASCAR games, so that's cool. Neighborhood Games, Firefighter, and Bust a Move Bash. So, awesome. Then, I'm not going to pull it all out, but we do have a Wii console. I wish it was the black or the red one, or the blue one, because I must have gone through like 40 of these already, just with all the stuff that I've been flipping. It does have the little DJ things, so if I do sell it, I'm probably going to have to get rid of DJ Hero, just so it goes together. No biggie. I got a wheel. Whatever. And yeah, that's it. I mean, oh, and then I was able to get this whole tote full of Game Boy games. There's like 30 games in here. I'm not going to pull them all out. There's nothing. I think the best game is like $6, but there's all these DS games, and then I also have, I will pull out these, because these are like more my speed. But let's see what we got here. We have Home Alone 2 for regular Game Boy. We have Donkey Kong Land for regular Game Boy. Tetris 2 for regular Game Boy. Even I forgot like what was in here. Extreme Sports for color. Harry Potter for color. SpongeBob SquarePants for color. Tony Hawk Pro Skater for color. Then I have Wario Land. I gotta get a lamp. Next on the list, put a lamp over here. Wario Land. And we have Super Mario Land. which is one of my favorites. So, if you remember one of my other videos, probably video 2, 3, or 4 or something, I ended up getting into a big lot of Game Boy games. I actually ended up trading them in for to use towards the purchase of a Switch that I have. So I will use these to replenish my Game Boy collection, which consists of currently this many games. So that's cool. And I got all that for the great price of $45. So I'm thinking about selling the Wii stuff and the Wii, couple of games. I'll get some other games, bundle them up, $35, $40. I think should be fair, and everybody's happy. So then, my dad went out today. Also, while I was out picking up that stuff, my dad went out today, and he calls me up and he says, "Hey, you like intellivision?" I said, it's hit or miss. There's only a couple of games that I feel like are out in the wild that are probably worth money. I'm like, don't spend more than like $50, $60. He's like, well, there's like 35 games, 40 games here. I'm like, oh, really? I'm like, all right. I'm like, spend up to 100. I'm like, just play it safe. Spend up to 100. If there's an intellivision system in it, spend 125. So he says, okay, I'll see what I can get. He actually ended up spending $125, no intellivision, but there were a lot of games, and there was a shit ton of Sega Genesis games too. So let's go over those first. Mind you, I don't have any of these games. I lied, I have one. So let's go over them quickly. Not for resale, Sonic the Hedgehog, which I don't think I have. Ms. Pac-Man, Dragon Fury, which looks like a super sick top shooter. So I've been into shooters and fighting games lately, so I'm probably going to get into that. Street Fighter DOS, which I know I have, but my buddy's interested in it, so I think I'm going to make a deal with him. Flashback. Road Rage, which is cool. Then we have Tasmania, NHLPA Hockey 93, and then this one's weird. This one, it says Winter Olympics, but it's for the Mega Drive. It says Mega Drive, but I know this is what they called it in Japan. But it says for play on the Sega Genesis and the Sega Mega Drive. But this is Olympics, Winter Olympics. But it's, I want to say this is Lillehammer 94 Winter Olympics. It's a different cover for the US version. But, I mean, I have it, so I am going to check it off my list. I don't know if this will play in a US version of Genesis. But I guess once I hook up my Genesis, I will be checking it out. So that was part of that lot. Then I have all the Intellivision games. Now my buddy XJoe81X, he's a big Intellivision collector. He wants to collect them all. There's 160 something games. He has most of these, but he was able to pick out 12 or 13 that he wanted. So we're gonna make a deal on that, but let's get into it. There was one Coleco game, and it is Ladybug, and it's got the box, the cart, and the manual. I haven't checked it yet. The box is a little tore. Box is a little tore up here, but I think for somebody that's collecting Coleco, it's very hard to find boxes. So I think, for me personally, a shitty box is better than no box. So for somebody who's collecting Coleco to have a box, I think it would make them happy. So let's move these over here so I can stack up this. All right, and then we have Buzz Bombers, Beauty and the Beast. God, there's so many. Empire Strikes Back, tennis, soccer, Tron the Deadly Discs, Locomotion, Space Battle, NHL Hockey, Space Hawk, Skiing, Frog Bog, Las Vegas Poker and Blackjack, Armor Battle, Dungeons and Dragons, Tron Mazatron, Triple Action. Now these are all complete, mind you. They comes with the box, the manual, the inserts for the controllers, and the game. Lock and Chase, Sea Battle, Night Stalker, NBA Basketball, Boxing, Space Armada, Major League Baseball, Auto Racing, Frogger, Microsurgeon, Demon Attack, Atlantis, and last but not least, the honey pick. We have Fathom, which by itself I know is about $110, $125 game by itself. So with the sale of this by itself, I will be able to pay for everything that I just picked up. So that is my lot for today. It's everything I picked up today. My dad spent $125 on this. I spent $40 on that. So 45, 40, whatever it is. So with $160, I was able to get everything. I'm happy. The place that I bought them at was happy. So I think my friend Joe is going to be happy. We're going to make a good deal. And then we also did trade for Zelda box. So with that, short and sweet. And I will see you guys next time.